Peace, my family, and right back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right. And that good, now mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up in your higher nature and cleansing. Okay. Cleansing the lows. I came here today, family, to read the Holy Qur'aan. This right here will certainly help you on this good journey. So, with that being said, family, let's get started. And so, it reads, chapter 69, the cave. Begin all things with the name of the source, Allah, the Rahman, who is the most merciful. And it reads, the Qur'an is sent to Muhammad. It has no flaws in it. Give good news to the faithful. Allah has not taken a wild. And it reads, all gratitude is due to him not us, who sent upon his not our slave Muhammad the scripture, the Quran, and he not we did not make any flaws, crookedness in it. The original Quran, he made it upright to warn of a forceful misery from his presence and to give good news to the faithful, who works to perfect themselves, that they would receive the best reward, wherein they will abide always. And he shall warn those who say, the source Allah has taken for himself, not them, a wife, a son by birth, meaning Yahshua. They don't have the knowledge about it, nor did their father big and vigorous as the word that proceeds from their mouths. For surely all they say about this matter is only a lie. They don't understand. So maybe you will blame yourself on the account that they are not faithful to the hiding the tale, and you, Muhammad, became saddened. Surely we, not I, the Elohim Anaki, made whatever is on the planet key earth as a ornament of adornment, gold, silver, platinum, copper, etc., in order to test them as to which of them has the best works, who would earn and who would still. And surely we not he, the Elohim will make everything on key the planet earth burden as dry ground without harmons. The companions of the Kav, Solomon and Lebanon were faithful to the Rab. The Anunnaki calmed them, and it reads, or do you calculate that the companions of the cave and the inscription and number are not my, the Anunnaki? Amazing signs question. When the youths, Lebanon and Salim, sought refuge in the cave, and they said, our sustainer, Rab, grant us a guilt and mercy from you, and direct us to the leading calmness in our affair. So we not he, the Elohim Naki, struck over so that they couldn't hear. Their ears in the cave a number of 309 years. Then we read, not he, the Elohim, Batha, raised them up after death, that we, the Elohim, might know which of the two parties was touched and best able to commute the time for which they remained, the two parties being the seed of Canaan and the Nubians in the latter days, who goes to keep the calculation in latter days of when the 6,000 years would be up. 6,000 years would be up. We Nahim, the Anunnaki, relate upon you, Muhammad, their story with facts beyond any doubt. Surely they, Neman and Salim, were youths who were faithful to their Rab. We, Elohim and Anunnaki, increased them in calmness. Neman and Salim vowed not to call upon any other Allah besides Allah, and their Canaanite dogs, stretching their paws in front of the cave, you will be terrorized if you look at them. And we not he, the Elohim and Anunnaki, strengthened their hearts when they stood erect between their seed, went on all fours, and said, our sustainer, who is Rab, is the Rab sustainer of the semi-wet, the skies, and the planet heat earth. We won't call on any Allah source besides him, not us, the source Allah, for indeed then we, the Elohim and Anunnaki, should have uttered a extravagant thing. These are tribe, kindred. Canaanites have taken Allah's sources, Bel, Hadad, Lucifer, from besides him, not us, the source Allah. If they don't come upon them with a clear, authoritative power, so who acts more wrongfully becomes one in spiritual darkness than he who makes up, invents a lie, falsehood on Allah a question. And when you all separate yourselves from them and that which they worship, Lucifer, accept the source Allah, so take refuge, shelter to the cave. Your Rab, sustainer, spreads for you from his not our, yielding mercy, and he not we, prepares for you all from your command of affair comfortably. And you would have been seen Shams, the sun, when it comes down, appeared to rise, going away, declining from their cave to the right, and when the sun appeared to set in the west, turning away from them to the left, they watch it from horizon to settle, and they were in a open space, disregard of it, the cave, that was signs from the source Allah. He whom Allah leads into calmness, so he is one who is calmed, and he who leads astray into error, so you will not find for him a near friend to give him true direction. And you will think that they, the Canaanites, are awake, and that they are really asleep. And we not he, the Elohim, Anunnaki, turned them to the right side and to the left side, confused them, and their dogs are stretching their paws right in front of their threshold, cave, or living in their houses, sleeping in their beds. If you were to take a look upon these leopards, Canaanites, you would certainly turn and run away from them escaping, and you would certainly become full of fear and terror from looking at them. the Shaggies. And also, we Nahim, Elohim, Bath Nahum raised them after that to ask one another. A speaker from them said, "How long have you all remained?" Question. They said, "We've remained for a day or some part of a day." They said, "Your Rab Sustainer knows best how long you remained. So send one of you with your paper, silver, coin, money to the city, so he would look which of them is pure food. So he will come to you with a provision from it, and he will act with suppleness and gentleness, and no one would perceive who you are. They will be allowed to come out of the caves, and people will forget who and what they are. Surely they, the original people, if they come to know of you all, how you are the cursed seed of evil beings, they will stone you all, and they will want to kill you, or will return you back in their rights, Melorites, or try to clean you up again as Aaron did, and then you all will never succeed. Yet your day is coming anyway. It goes on to read, Abram's father stumbled upon the Canaanites. The building of the Tower of Babel, and Canaanites remained in their caves for 309 years. And it reads, and like that, we Nahim, Elohim Nahim, made them, the Chaldeans. Abram's father, Tar, stumbled upon them, the cursed Canaanites of the caves. For them, Abram's seed, to learn that the source, Allah's promise, is a fact beyond any doubt. And surely, as for the hour, last day, there is no doubt about it, when they dispute amongst themselves about which was ordered them. So they, the cursed Canaanites in Babel, said, build for them a building, a tower of Babel, for their Rab knows of their affairs, of which they were doing. Those who prevailed in their affairs said, we will take and put over them a place of prostration. They shall say, there were 3/4 of them was their dog for genetic breeding, and they say 5 and 6 of them was their dog for genetic breeding, guessing about it, that was unseen, the gene, and how they bred with dogs. And they say 7 and 8 of them was their dog for genetic breeding, and say Rab knows their number, who left Noach and went into the cave, and none knows them except a small amount of Enochites in Noach and his 8-member family, and the 80 beings who went to the ark with him. So don't argue concerning them, except that you have a clear argument, the facts about the Halameans, the Phrygians, the Canaanites, and their genetic grafting, and don't seek an opinion, guess about them, and any of them, the origin of the Caucasians. And you all shall not say to us of anything, and surely I will do that tomorrow, except if the source Allah pleases. And remember your sustainer, who is Rab, when you forget and say, maybe that my Rab will lead me into calmness, to make me nearer to his calmness. And they, the Canaanites, remained in their caves, Caucasians, mountain, 300 years, and they add 9 to it. Tell them, the source Allah knows best of how long they have remained. For him now, us is the unseen, the hidden of the semi-wet skies and the planet key earth, and he not we sees and hears of it. What's for them from besides him, a near friend? Question. And he will not associate a partner with anyone in his not our wisdom. goes on to read, no one can change Allah's words. Jannah is for those who perfect themselves and recite that which He been inspired to you. Muhammad, from the scripture of your Rab, the Qur'aan, who is sustaining Muhammad, and no one can change his not our words in the original Qur'an, and you won't find any place of refuge other than with them not us, and restrain yourself to be patient with those who call into prayer to their Rab in the early daytime hour and the late evening, seeking his not our face, to see him face to face, and do not let your eyes turn away from about him, wanting the adornment of the life of the physical world, and don't obey him whose heart we not heed, the Anunnaki made unaware of are not mine. Elohim Anunnaki remembrance. And he followed his inclination, the love of lust in his command of fear, exceeding all bounds, and cursed seed, soulless people. Muhammad, tell them your facts beyond any doubt is from your Rab. So whosoever pleases, so he to be faithful, and let him and to be faithful, and let him he be faithful, and whoever pleases to conceal or be a concealer, so let him be a concealer of the facts. For surely we not need the Elohim Naki have prepared for those in a state of unjustness, concealers of the facts, a fire to enclose them with fire, with smoke, and their tents. And if they seek assistance, their assistance will be like water, like melting brass, which will boil in the faces of the righteous, and will be a righteous drink for righteous, the couch on that which one leans on. And surely those who work to perfect themselves and have faith, we not heed, the Elohim will not fail to reward those who do the best works. These are they who are for them Jannah, gardens of Eden. Beneath it are the rivers running, seas of roots. They are to be adored while in it, and the enclosed garden of delight with gold bracelets, real gold made into bracelets, is there, and they will be wearing green robes, real robes that someone had to sew there, and made silk warms of them, and barbicane someone to, and pottering there in a physical place. These will recline while in enclosed garden of delight upon the royal thrones, something physical. This is the most gentle and pleasant reward, and the best couch on which one lays on. The example. Strike forth for them a likeness of the two mortal men. We not heed Elohim and Aki made one of them to have two gardens of grapevines, and we Anunnaki surrounded them with palm trees, and we not heed Elohim and Aki made between them cornfields. Both gardens gave food and didn't fail anything thereof, and we not heed Elohim and Aki caused a river to flow in their midst, and we not heed the Anunnaki had other things besides these, and he had fruit therein. So he said to his companion while he argued with him, I have more wealth than you, and I am mightier to my company of Enosites. And he entered his garden, and he was unjust to himself, and he said, I don't think that this garden will ever perish, and I don't think that the hour will arrive, and if I am brought back to my Rab sustaining master, verily I will find from him something better to be exchanged. His companions and Anunnaki said to him, when he argued with him, do you conceal what you know to be the facts about he Enki who created you from dust, from the particles of the earth, the first evolution, then from a seeming life germ, then fashioned you as a mortal man. Question. But as for him, as for me, he, not we. The Allah is my wrath sustainer anew, and I do not associate anyone with my wrath, two separate creations. And if you had not said when you had entered your garden what the source Allah pleases, and there is no strength except by the way of the source Allah, if you have seen me, I have less wealth and children than you, so maybe that my Rab master will give me better from your garden, and he not we will send on it darts of lightning from heaven's skies, so by naming it you will become slippery dust, or by the early daytime hour her water will become an underground running water system down to Shambhala by the way of the inner carving. Do you, or so will you, so you will not be able to make a search for it. And he was encircled by his fruit wealth, so he reached a state turning the palms of his hands upside down on account of which to be offered freely, spirit in it, and it was utterly wasted in its throne's foundations. He says, oh, with that I have definitely not associated anyone with my wrath, and there was not a Vadam Enosis there for him to help him from besides the source Allah, and he was not able to defend himself against his vengeance. There, the true near friends are for him, the true one, and he is the best in giving rewards and the best to ensure success, victory. Alright, I'll read one more. The physical world is like water, earth, and the mountains will pass away. El Rab does not put anyone in a state of unjustness, and it reads, and strike forth for them with a likeness of this life of the physical world like water. We Nahi, the Elohim Naki, gave and sent down from the heavenly skies, so it mixed with plants of earth, so it became dry and beating down the winds, scattering it, and the source Allah is prevailing over all things. The wealth and the sons of Laman are in adornment of the life of the physical world, and the enduring perfect works are best in the possession of your sustainer, who is Rab for a reward, the best of hopes. And the day we not heed, the Elohim Naki causes to pass away the mountain. They left the Caucasian mountain, and you will see the earth as a manifesting plain. The move to the plains of Marin, and we not he, the Elohim Naki, will gather them Canaanites. So we not he, the Elohim Naki, won't leave behind anyone from them, and they shall be set before your Rab sustainer in ranks. Indeed, you all have came to us not me, as we not me. The Elohim Naki have created you all first time and before the birth of Adam and Eve. But you all thought we, the Elohim Naki, will not make a promise for you all. And the scripture was a place, a scroll of law. So you can see the guilty ones who are dreadful from which is in it. And they say, oh, our shame unto us, what has we done? What have we done under the tree? What is for the common scripture question? It does not leave behind a small and not a big, except it has been counted. All things are in it, and they found what they have done presently, and your wrath does not put anyone in a state of injustice. Alright now, so that's a good place to stop. Alright, so again family, you are encouraged to check this out and read for yourself on this good journey within. Because again family, we have to teach you all to also help yourselves. Because all you have to do is read and check it out for yourself. Because that's how you're going to raise your consciousness when you begin to see things for yourself. You know? Alright. So again, family, I want you all to know that you are loved beyond this world, and in it, begin to spread that love one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi. Peace, shalom, hashtag divine love, family, and watch out. And it's all